The more things change, the more we find pieces of ourselves that stay the same. This week in the Chance Room Rewatch, we're stepping into a new year, a new era, and a new rhythm. But through it all, seeing how the heart of Chan's room remains unchanged. It's January 2020, and time travel is picking up speed. Until now, we've been moving week by week, sometimes day by day. Now, we're about to leapfrog through the first half of 2020 at light speed, catching glimpses of transformation along the way. When we left Chan at the end of episode 52, it felt like his live series might have come to a close. Weeks passed in the new year with no sign of another episode, and though hope lingered, Stays couldn't help but feel the ache of missing him. It wasn't that Chan was out of sight, more like something was shifting, recalibrating. When you look back at the hardest days of late 2019, Chan's room had been the steady heartbeat of Stayville, a place of comfort when the group was finding its footing again. Now, zipping through January 2020, those dynamics are evolving. As Chan took a step back from his weekly lives, his 7 brothers leaned in. Old series that had been dormant for months sprang back to life, like Ayan's Maknae's private life and Sunglix's puppy cat school. Hyunjin was there in his counseling center and dance practice lives, and even Binny went live on his own, a full hour of his time just for Stay. It all added up to the feeling of a renewed promise. All 8 of our boys reassuring Stay they were still here, still connected, always. The kids were busier than ever with year-end performances, including their iconic vampire-themed side effect stage, variety shows, and the new season of One Kid's Room airing too. But more and more they were showing up together as OT8 or in units to spend time with Stay. Levander wasn't just an album, it was a declaration that loss creates space for something new. As 2020 began, Stray Kids were stepping into that new beginning, showing us what it means to alchemize change, to grow while staying true to who you are. Things like this can sound heroic or even simple when they're words on a screen, but in reality, the things we leave behind can be very painful, and sometimes it's not a choice. For Chan and Felix, stepping into 2020 meant carrying the weight of a homeland in devastation. Thousands of miles away, they could only watch as wildfires tore through Australia. The home they carried in their hearts was suffering catastrophic loss, and they couldn't be there. Loss wasn't just an abstract idea, it was a vivid, aching reality. Both Chan and Felix shared their feelings with the world in heartfelt Instagram posts, holding space for grief and gratitude for those who were helping out however they could. We know now that the pain they carried during this time found its way into their music. In their song F&F, we hear it clearly in the words, "They tell me to keep moving on. Yeah, I'll never be the same, but I know that deep in my heart, I'll carry all the pain." These are men who understand all too well that moving forward after loss does not mean letting go of sacred pain. Some things we leave behind with eventual relief, knowing it was all for the best, but others like this are worth letting the pain of loss be the force that changes you. So even as Stray Kids move forward with their schedules, rolling out content and preparing for the US leg of their District 9 Unlock World Tour the following month, preparing for even more than that behind the scenes too, we know this is a harsh reality they're carrying in their hearts. Hopefully one they had some time to process away from the usual hectic scene, as they took a few days off to spend time with friends and family, a much needed break just before they're off to make a splash in America. When we meet up with Chan to rewatch episode 53 this Sunday, December 1st at 11 p.m. KST, it will have been 4 weeks since episode 52 aired. By then, Double Knot and Levanter's English versions had just been released, and the kids were days away from arriving in the US. Stays, missing Channa and their shared space desperately, held on to hope for his return. Hope that turned into quiet anticipation when he posted a series of selfies on Instagram, including his signature Chan's Room wink and hashtag, teasing Chan's Room Season 2. The more things change, the more we discover what stays the same. And that's why we'll be here this Sunday, returning to the constants that anchor us. Chan and Stay, Stay and Stray Kids, and the shared moments that connect us. I'll see you then.